Welcome back then, guys, to Let's Play West Brom. We're just going to have a quick look at the transfers that may have come in and out since the last episode. We quickly have a look here. Nothing has come in so far. We are trying to work on getting some deals in, but we need players to go out before we can get those deals in to give ourselves some money. There are a few players that are on the edge of going out, but we'll look at that in just a little bit. A deal that has sort of been accepted or is going through then is Ezri Konza. He's had a bid from Charlton and Portsmouth, both to play him on loan, and we've accepted Charlton's offer, and so Portsmouth are not looking to pay as much. We will suggest they pay that. They're not going to pay that, so we will let him go out on loan to Charlton, and he can continue his development there. He did originally come from Charlton, as you can see, £1 million bought for us, but if we loan him back out, then next season we've got a pretty young, solid backup that's English that we can have in the team. As you can see at the moment as well, he's only our seventh best centre-back. Gregor's, no idea how to pronounce that. That's going to be a challenge when we put him in the team. But yeah, he's actually a midfielder, defensive midfielder, but he does actually come as our sixth best centre-back ahead of Ezri Konza. Jake Livermore's around the same ability as well, another midfielder who can play centre-back. So we've got a little bit of depth there, and we can afford to let him go out on loan and develop there, as he's probably not going to get the chance this season in the first team. So, moving on then, we're going to look at this squad quickly and just see who is actually possibly going out. We've got Johnny Evans. Tottenham and Chelsea are interested in him. Now, I like Evans. He's a really good player. Solid centre-back for us. By far our best centre-back. Very consistent. Very good player for any Premier League team. However, I've set an asking price of 40 million. I think if we can get around 40 million for Johnny Evans, I'd probably take it, to be honest, because we can buy in another centre-back that's probably a little bit younger and build them up a little bit. Evans, 29, reaching towards the peak of his career, but as you can see, his physicals are starting to decline. He's picking up a few more injuries than he normally does, and we could probably look at rebuilding the team with some of that money. Another player we're trying to get rid of, James McLean. I've asked 8 million. That's probably 3/4 of his value. Few people interested, but no one's still making any offers. So he could be here at the end of the window. He could not be. Hal Robson-Kanu, another player that I've put on the transfer list. No one's interested in him. Hasn't even got a squad number. Probably not going to get a look in this season, to be honest, for me. But if we do need to keep him, then we will keep him, and he's a good rotation option. Nasser Chadli then, great player for us. However, as you can see, not too far off the ability of Matt Phillips, and 27 million worth. If we can get some money off PSG who are interested, they're probably looking to pay 35 to 40 million for him. We can get that in. We can get a solid left-sided player then to replace Chadli, who at 28 isn't too bad. Good player. However, we could probably pick up someone that would fit our style better and play less as an inside forward, more as a winger. That's probably what we're looking for. Last player then is Solomon Rondon. You may have known last time, we are trying to get rid of him. I don't feel like he's done enough during his time at the club, to be honest. If you look at this, I think it's 72 appearances for West Brom, 17 goals. For me, for a target striker, that's not good enough, especially when he's valued at what, 22.5 million pounds. If we can let him go, some people have come in and offered for a loan, but I'm not willing to let him go out on loan because he's a good player that we could keep and play if no one wants to buy him. However, if someone comes in and offers 20 million, I'll probably take it, to be honest. We've got Dembele now, and we can bring in another striker for less than 20 million, and we can start to rebuild this team and actually sort of rely less on having a target man up front and have a bit of diversity in the team. Anyway then, as you can see guys, we are starting with the same lineup that started the last game against Stoke, against Liverpool today. We are playing away, we're sticking to standard, we're sticking to the same tactics. Liverpool, not too strong of a starting lineup to be honest. Danny Ings up front, whilst he's a good player, probably not the level of Sturridge or Firmino up top with Coutinho behind him. Salah and Sane, of course, very good players. Gonna have to watch out for them. Moreno, Lovren, Delay. He's the young guy from Ajax. So, good defender, very good defender. However, inexperienced. But he did have the highest average rating, 6.8. That's not amazing. So I think with our sort of front four against quite an inexperienced or say the right side of this defense is very inexperienced. The left side isn't inexperienced. However, these two players, Moreno and Lovren, are prone to making mistakes. So if we can push them, we may be able to see something here and pull off a draw. I'm hoping for a draw, maybe a victory if we can, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to go assertive today. No, I'm going to go passionate. We're going to say we've got the underdogs, we've got to perform for the fans. No one seemed to enjoy that. Okay, the assistant can do the press conference. I'm not interested in that. And here we go. So, it's raining today. Whether that will play in our favour with the mistakes at the back, we'll have to see. If you might saw there, Firmino is actually a little bit injured, but Liverpool seem to be coming forward here. Henderson to Chan. Firmino, lovely ball through. Oh my. Not really sure what happened there, to be honest. We just watch the replay now. We'll see that the ball is played through Mane to Ings and straight in the back of the net there. I think that was Neon that actually slid in and took the ball away, but put it back into the centre. This is not looking good. They're coming forward again. We're gonna have to change something here. We're gonna have to go counter-attack him. A little bit higher tempo, wider, and we're just gonna try and run at him, go down the wings, kick the ball out, and close down a little bit more. Hopefully that'll come in our favour. Or if it is our highlight now coming forward. Jay Rodriguez, awful ball to Mane, and here come Liverpool on the counter-attack. Danny Ings is running forward, and luckily he shoots wide. To be honest, coming into this game, I thought starting on standard would give us more of an idea, but it seems Liverpool have come out quite attacking, and we're not really ready for that. They're hitting us on the counter, and they're also controlling the game a little bit more, I think. Every highlight seems to be going to them. There are a lot of highlights in this game, though, so that's a big positive for us. For people watching, anyway. Maybe not if they keep scoring, not for me. Oh, I thought that was in then. A little bit of a heart attack. As you can see, fantastic stats so far. No shots. 7 shots for Liverpool. But it's only 1-0. So, I mean, the counter-attack in here could be in our favour, but it's Liverpool's counter-attack. Danny Ings plays it back. We might benefit from bringing on Kieran Gibbs at left-back to counteract that pace. Although Niam's quite fast. Dembele should run through here, and he's got to finish this now. Good save by Mignolet. Should have maybe scored that rebound then, but we've still got the ball. Okay. We can just find that again. Around here? No? Okay. Doesn't matter. We're going to forget that. If anyone was watching, you may have seen we did have the ball. And Jakub just kicked it out of play. Not really what we were looking for. But changing to counter does seem to have give us a little bit more in this game. As Rodriguez comes forward, hits the bar, Matt Phillips gets straight in the back of the goal on the rebound. And that's 1-1. Must say, Good tactical work by me there. Changing to the counter-attack. I don't know if it was that, to be honest. It just seems like we got a little bit lucky. But I'm going to take it anyway. I mean, if we can go unbeaten in our... I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say anything about being unbeaten in the first 2 games because we'll probably concede in a minute. However, we are on the counter-attack here, and there goes Dembele with his pace. He's going through, and that's an awful shot. We are picking up a few more shots now, though. We've had 5 shots. We've had 3 on target. And it's quite an action-packed game. As Chadley plays the ball at the line to Rodriguez, he plays it in. Just too close to the keeper. Could have maybe pulled that back to Dembele. It would have been a nice goal, but it wasn't. Phillips with the ball in. Dawson thought Mignolet hadn't caught that then. I thought that was going in. You can see Liverpool definitely controlling the game with 60% possession, but we're doing well on this counter-attacking strategy. I think we've found a good balance to combat Liverpool's speed and domination. Whereas we've only scored the 1 goal, but first 20 minutes or so we didn't look too bad. Let me revert that. First 20 minutes or so we looked pretty awful. After that we didn't look too bad. I am going to be a little bit aggressive though, no, assertive, and say I'm far from pleased. Yep. Oh, thank God. Thought that might have upset them, but it seems like they agree with me that the first 20 minutes didn't go to plan. They could have done a little bit better, and hopefully we'll push on with a little bit more passion and drive in the second half now on the counter-attacking formation. We look here. Fabinho actually came off at half-time, and Wijnaldum came on, so whether that gives them a different approach in the centre, we'll have to wait and see. Bringing Gibbs on might be a good idea about now. Just want to have a quick look here. Pace-wise, yeah, 14 pace, 15 acceleration. Niam's got a little bit more pace there, and Gibbs definitely got a little bit more pace. So we're going to bring Gibbs on to counter Salah up that side there. And I think we'll bring Gareth Barry on in the centre to give us a little bit more sort of experience, but also if you're playing as a deep line playmaker, you may be able to thread a few more balls through, and that may help us. Let's go with that then. We confirm the changes, and hopefully we can maybe sneak a win out of this, if not a draw. I say if someone offered me a draw at the start of the match, I probably would have took it. Dembele there, just noticed on a 5.9, which isn't exactly what I'm looking for from him. So we will bring on Moussa Marega, and will we play him as a target man? No, I think we'll keep him with a complete forward role, because he does have the pace to run at people, but he's also got the height, and yeah. Didn't plan for that one. Just used all my substitutions as well, which does mean we have one option now. Attack. We're going to pump the ball into the box, basically, exploit the flanks, hit the early crosses. If we do mixed crosses, we'll get a little bit more direct as well. We are going to be playing a little bit more like the old West Brom. Direct football, up to the big man up front. But we're going to see if that works. I do also want to change Marega to a target man, just quickly, as I think him being up front as a target man will give the players more of a target to hit, and then Rodriguez can just run off the back of that. Although it doesn't seem like any of that really worked. as Liverpool come forward again, and it's 3-1. So, a few mistakes in that game, a few bad performances. But then again, we are at Anfield. We are playing Liverpool. We're not expected to beat Liverpool. They were the favourites for this match. Don't let it be 4-1. I would take 3-1. We're going to end the game pretty soon because 27 shots is quite embarrassing. We're not going to end the game pretty soon. We're going to counter-attack again, I believe. The game ended a minute ago. We can't concede another goal now, please. Luckily, Milner's ball is pretty bad, but he's got the ball back to Salah, and the game is finally over. If you look at those stats, we basically got dominated there, didn't we? Moussa Dembele did not perform in that match at all. Good match last time, but today didn't really do that much. May have to look at having another striking option somewhere. I know we've got Rondon, however, with the money we can bring in from Rondon, I would like to maybe bring in someone else. I'm going to go aggressive on this and say I'm far from pleased with that. Kieran Gibbs seems demotivated with a 6.4. Definitely played well there, Gibbs, yeah. Anyway, so pretty bad result all round. Marega made his debut there, but I don't know. I'm not entirely pleased with that, to be honest. We are going to go on to the game against Stevenage now, though, in the Capital One Cup. No, it's not the Capital One Cup, is it? Carabao Cup now. Apologies for that. Yeah, we're going to play that game, so I'll see you then. Okay then, guys, so today we are playing Stevenage in the Carabao Cup. As you can see, we are playing a rotated side. We've got Myhill in goal. Going to give Gibbs and Evans a little bit of a run out to build up their match fitness. Same with the whole sort of midfield here. We got Burke and Guilherme. Give them a little bit of a run out. Trek. Greg. So Greg is just call him Greg, yeah. Going to be easier. So Greg is going to be with Barry in the middle. And then we've got Rondon and Marega up front. Now, I was going to start Dembele for this game. As you can see, he's on the bench to build up his confidence. However, I thought, you know what, we're playing Stevenage. We're trying to sell Rondon. Stick him up front, see if he scores a few goals, put him in the shop window as such. And then if someone wants to come buy him and he's in good form, hopefully we can get rid of him and buy someone else. That was my thinking behind that anyway. We're going to be assertive today. I'm going to say a team like ours should be winning, no problem at all. Burke seemed to be pretty happy with that. And we are going to kick off the game. Now, today we shouldn't really concede a goal. We are playing on standard. We seem to be controlling the game a little bit more. As we come forward and awful cross, but somehow we got a corner from that. Guilherme with the ball in. Marega, Evans, another corner to us. Now, we do have a lot of big men in the box, so from set pieces, we should be scoring as Evans puts it over the bar. Lovely. we seem to be doing okay on standard at the moment, so I think I'm going to leave it. I don't want to leave us too prone to a counter attack. As you saw in the last game, we don't deal very well with that. As the goalkeeper there didn't seem to be very good with that save. Greg's got the ball here, and wow, nearly a screamer from Greg on his debut. Wilhelmer with the ball in, not the best ball. Rondon somehow was fouled there. I don't think that was a foul. I think he needs to improve if he wants to stay in this team. Especially as we're trying to sell him, he's looking complacent. He's not really painting a good picture for us to sell him. And he's definitely not going to play if he plays like this. If he stays. But I mean, 6 shots to 1. Sort of controlling the game possession-wise. All the highlights have been our way so far. Barry in that deep line playmaker role has seemed to be doing quite well. Guilherme as well. As the ball comes in and we hit the bar, I mean, we should be scoring. It was a hard chance, but we should be scoring. If we're going to go in 0-0, no, we're not. Rondon scored, and I think that celebration says it all. He's a little bit too cocky, it seems. Placing, looking calm now. He's scored, looking calm. That goal though is good for us and him. Hopefully someone will come in and buy him after that. To be honest, because I'm not entirely pleased with his performance. I mean, he's good at heading the ball. So you kick a ball in the box, goes on his head, it's probably 9 times out of 10 going to go in a goal. He's good for that, but that's not how I really want to play anymore. It's good to bring on every now and then if you're struggling, but I mean, if you look at this striking lineup of 2 big men against Stevenage, we've had 11 shots, 12 shots now, and 1 goal. Not clinical enough for my liking, to be honest. The game is flying by in the second half, though. No one seems to be doing anything, so we are going to make a few changes now. Barry's fitness is okay. Johnny Evans, we're going to just rest him, bring Dawson on. We're going to look at bringing Dembele on up front, see if he can get a goal. And Burke as well. No, actually, Gareth Barry is looking a bit jaded, so we'll bring on James Morrison in the centre, actually. Give him a little bit of a run out as well. I'm not too bothered about this cup, to be honest. I'm pretty confident we're going to win this game, whether it be 1-0 or not. Pretty tight, however, I feel like we've got enough in us to win the game, unless we make any defensive mistakes. But as Guilherme's coming up here, lovely ball through to Dembele. He plays it out to Burke. Burke's going to cut in, ball in, and Guilherme's there to score. Decent signing for us, I think. Scores on his debut. He's looked quite impressive today. A little bit of like an engine room player for us. He can play in a few different positions. Works hard, gives a lot of drive. But you know, he's there as like a sort of rotation player when we can rotate a player every now and then. Dembele's just missed sitter, and that's not going to help his confidence. But I'm seeing a lot of positives. A lovely ball in there by Guilherme, and it's a penalty. It's Moussa Dembele, I think, taking this penalty it is. And on the 93rd minute, in 3 minutes of added time, can we get a third? We can't. What a great way to end the game. Yeah. Our first choice striker misses a penalty against Stevenage. Well, I mean, good sort of 2-0 win. I'll say we were a little bit poor, to be honest. Oh no, because we weren't that bad. We'll just go passionate. We'll say we did well. Good win for us. Yeah, I wouldn't say we did overly well, but I think it was a good win for us. It's going to build up a little bit more confidence after that loss against Liverpool and keep morale high as well. So, as we're going forward now, I think the draw is going to be in a few days. We'll just skip forward to the draw, and we can see who we are going to get in the 3rd round. Hopefully, we can progress a little bit in this competition. I don't think we're really at risk of getting relegated. I know that there's a chance we could, but I think we should be good enough performance-wise to not get relegated. And I think the cup would be a nice little sort of bonus incentive for us to sort of build our morale up. We've got enough rotation options now to rotate the squad and sort of give everyone a chance when they want to. Oh, bit of a spoiler there. Berisha did try and get him in. Still trying to get him in. Just waiting for someone to be sold. Probably shouldn't have skipped all the way to the draw. We should have just skipped, shouldn't we? But we're there now anyway. So, as you can see, 32 teams left to draw. Only 32 teams left in the competition. Mostly all Premier League sides. As QPR come out first. And we're looking for ourselves here. Tottenham Arsenal, we've got North London Derby in the third round. Stoke Everton. Again, 2 Premier League clubs. First Premier League Championship draw there. Leicester Leeds. Bournemouth against Blackburn. Burnley against Rotherham. MK Dons, I'll have them. No, Bolton. Southampton, Man City. So this is, Swansea, Watford. Man United, Chelsea still left. Is getting a bit excited there. West Brom, Liverpool. Didn't see Liverpool. Yeah. Well, it was a good cup run. Blues, Chelsea. We could have got Swindon. We could have got Rotherham. We got Liverpool. Well, sort of scrap everything I just said about having a good cup run, because that's not going to happen. We're going out. Anyway, we are playing Bournemouth, so here's the lineup. So then you will actually see a change in the team. Not one I thought I would make, but I thought, why not? He did score in the last game, so Solomon Rondon does come in for Moussa Dembele, who gets to the bench after he missed that sitter and that penalty in the last game, and his form has seemed to decline, to be honest. Only other change, really, from our last Premier League game is Gibbs starts on the left and Brennett is dropped to the bench. Barry, Gregg and Guilherme make up the bench after they impressed in the last game. And I'm hoping for a sort of win today, I think. I'm going to be assertive and I'll say I expect a win today. As we kick off then, Livermore is giving the ball to Rodriguez and Rondon is hoofing it wide. Phillips thought he was going for the overlap there, couldn't find it. Jakob is playing it to Evans. Livermore out to Phillips. Ball in. Not really amazing, but we do get a throw-in out of that, and I don't think it's going to come to anything yet. 70% possession then to start with. Looks like we're sort of controlling this game. We're not on control, we're still on standard, but I feel like this team plays well on standard. Gibbs with the ball in. Begovic has to make a save there. He certainly didn't mean that, as the commentary said at the bottom. But Phillips is going to cross this ball in for the corner, and Dawson's in there. Evans sort of scrambled around in the box, got cleared in the end. Jakob is going to play backwards to Evans. Evans with the ball in, and Begovic clears up. Yeah, the possession seems to be dropping just a tiny bit now. Bournemouth have had a shot, we haven't. And this is where it could be a little bit dangerous as they come forward. Now, I don't want to go into control because I know that we're prone to being caught on the counter-attack, and as I say, that Defoe hits the post. We might have to make a quick change here. We're going to go a little bit more attacking, I think. We're playing at home, and we need to sort of push on a little bit, because we did start off well, but we're not doing as well as planned. As you can see, our shots are coming back up now. We've changed to attacking. We're starting to gain more, not so much control of the game, but we're creating chances, which is important, especially whilst we're at home. As the ball's crossed in again, Dawson out wide to Phillips. Lovely ball in. Rodriguez, fantastic goal. I mean, that's lovely football, that is. Not something a West Brom fan would normally say, I must say. But as you can see, Chadley out. Dawson with a lovely ball in. Phillips first time, and Rodriguez as well first time, straight into the back of the net. And that change to attacking seems to have really lifted the spirits and the desire inside the West Brom team. As we go into half-time, we have clocked up 8 shots now. I'm going to be a little bit more assertive and just say I'm happy with your performance so far. Keep it up. Kieran Gibbs is going to come off for Josh Brennett, as I don't want Gibbs to be injured for the foreseeable future. Brennett is our backup, but if we can, he can play left back. He did play left back in the first game. He's a solid left back as well. If we can take someone off and avoid long-term injury, then we will do. Phillips takes the ball in, and Evans is there for a goal. Is it offside? Not offside. 2-0 West Brom. And, I mean, 2 wins out of 3 in the Premier League. It's not going to look too bad, is it? As I say that, Bournemouth have a highlight coming forward. Now, the question is... Well, Matt Phillips has got the ball now. We were counter-attacking. I'd like to know how much Rondon's played in this. As Josh King takes a shot from the edge of the box. Foster with the ball up. And it's coming back again at us. Defoe's through and it's a goal. Right. Counter? We're going to get a counter, I think. Rondon there, really, Hadley's on the left. Do want to make this change. I want to bring Guilherme on. And I'm just going to bring Moussa Dembele on as a complete forward. I feel like it's going to offer us a little bit more going forward on the counter-attack. Just to see if we can snatch that extra goal to give ourselves that security again, as we have gave a goal away, which we really shouldn't have, to be honest. I mean, if the game sort of ends 2-1, it's the same result as our first game, but as I say that, Bournemouth can forward on the counter attack, and Defoe just misses there. I thought that was going to be him. It's looking tight, but I don't want to change too much now. I don't want to shut up shop. We are at home. As they come forward and... Right, no, we are... We're going to be a little bit more defensive now. We're going to tighten up a little bit, I think. We say tighten up, and we're just going to waste a little bit of time. Take a breather. Clear the ball to the flanks. Hit early crosses. Retain possession. Try and play a little bit wider as well. We can do that. If we can hold on to the ball and sort of grind out this 2-1, then I'd be pretty pleased with that, to be honest. We are on counter still. We are on defensive now, aren't we? Let me just double check. Yeah, we are. But Phillips is up there still. Here we come forward. Livermore. Where's he going to play the ball? Rodriguez is there. Lovely ball out to Guilherme, and he's going to... Lovely ball back, and Livermore on the edge of the area. It's 3-1. Lovely work. I mean, Guilherme there. I did not see Livermore on the edge of the area, so I mean, you can just watch this now. Livermore just drops off. Free there on the edge of the area, straight into the corner. And I mean, Guilherme there is really sort of starting to impress me now. That's 2 assists in his last 2 games, and he's a goal and an assist, and he's looking quite smart. He's got that vision that we need, especially playing on defensive counter attack, just to sort of give us that little bit of something to make a goal out of nothing in the last 9 minutes of a game to sort of secure us that win. Ibe comes forward. Does look like we have the 3 points here now, unless something awful goes wrong. Guilherme boots it. Lovely ball up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is going through. Plays it to Dembele, and Dembele's there. Nearly 4. Good save. And I mean, that's surely game over now, isn't it? As Bournemouth come forward. Defoe out wide. Thurman to King. Ball over the top to Defoe, who plays it back. Guilherme again. Another lovely ball. And it's 3-1. Convincing victory, that, I think. I say convincing. But, I mean, the stats show we sort of controlled the game. We just had a bit of a lapse in concentration towards the middle, around 60 minutes. We scored a goal, we went 2-0. We thought, oh, we've got this now. Goal went in, and we had to change a little bit round, but I'm very happy with that. Guilherme's impressed me. Jake Livermore as well. Quite a solid player in that midfield for us. I probably underrated him, to be honest. And Evans' return, solid at the back, but coming in with the goal as well. It's definitely something that we missed in the Liverpool game. But I mean, if we look at the table just quickly, we are 5th. If it loads, there we go. We are 5th. Yes, some teams have got games in hand over us, but I mean, sitting in Europa League places, we have a better goal difference than Manchester City, who could only beat Brighton and Southampton by a goal, and lost 2-0 to Arsenal. But I'm happy with that start to the season, to be honest. If we just look at our schedule quickly and when we probably will be back, we do have Man City next. However, I don't think that's an important game. I think, going on our recent run of results and our form, I think if we return for the Arsenal-Chelsea game, then we may see 2 losses in that game, but hopefully going into those games we'll be on a good run and we'll be able to actually show something. So, I mean, it does skip out a whole month though, doesn't it? The only trouble. Maybe we'll go Southampton Arsenal. So our next game of episode 3 will be Southampton and Arsenal. It's going to be a 2-game episode, I should say. And hopefully we'll still be around 5th by the time that episode comes to fruition. Anyway, guys, I've been Lotsgon. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like down below. Leave your comments to how you think we're getting on so far this season with 3 wins and just 1 loss in competitive games. I mean, well, 1 loss really throughout the whole pre-season as well. We're doing pretty well, I must say. Don't want to sound, blow my own trumpet, but if you are enjoying it, please leave a comment down below. It is appreciated. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and feel free to actually check out some of the older videos of non-related football games that you may find a little bit interesting. There a lot of management games, simulation games. Just have a little look, see if you like it or not. But anyway, thank you very much for watching.